If you don't mind, I've edited your post slightly.
Oh, was it a spelling mistake?
There was one. I double checked it wasn't me.
Probably no.
Citizens was the.
Citizens is spelt with a Z.
Yeah, I know. But if you look at the way you spelt it and the way I spelt it, they're a little bit different.
Oh, did I mangle my typing? Oh well. Oh well. Sorry.
I prefer your word.
Citizens.
Looks like a race from Star Trek.
Citizens. You are the citizens.
But I no longer have a child.
I have a child.
But I do want a dog.
Oh, that's the wrong scene. Yes. Hi everyone! Welcome to Failing Forward. That's my baby shouting at everyone. I forgot to update the screen. Sorry. Never mind. Okay. So, we don't have webcams.
everyone.
Okay, hello. But my child, my little baby, who's 8 months old, is on my lap, and he's currently bashing his head against my thorax. So every time I try to talk, he's like, with his head smacking against.
The thorax
No,
just
no.
sticks to the trees.
No.
Isn't it thorax? Thorax? Isn't that a real word, like a medical term? Did I just make a word up?
Yeah,
Is it
No,
Can you please stop doing that, baby? It really hurts. It's just like trying to harm me. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to Failing Forward. We are a stream. Jay, could you do the intro because I've forgotten all of my lines? We are people streaming something to do with
Hello.
D&D.
Hello, everybody. We are a Dungeons and Dragons stream called Failing Forward. We're part of Tabletop Tavern, an RPG group based in Canterbury that runs online games and offline games in Canterbury twice a week. We are a collection of friends that put together an entertainment thing twice a week. Sometimes it's rehearsed, which is never. Sometimes we make it up as we go along. But
Always.
Maz puts a lot of effort into organising the games, and we put a lot of effort into ruining them.
Yep. It's
Naz, I didn't
every other
receive
week.
My script.
Oh, I'm sorry.
week's session.
It doesn't matter because you guys would have literally either thrown it away, eaten it, put it on fire, and just
Yeah,
not
I
stuck
ate
to it.
mine.
Anyway. Okay, yes. So welcome, guys. If you'd like to find out more information about Tabletop Tavern and our games that we have available, please visit tabletoptavern.club. Okay. So what happened last session, everyone? Does anyone remember what took place?
Complete uncomfortable silence. You gotta say no.
No one
Tumbleweed.
speaks up all at once. We're all
Well,
being polite, you know. After
wait.
you. After you, Jay.
Jay doesn't remember. I'm sort of hoping Ticklish is going to put his hand up and just be like, yeah.
I'm not bailing you out this time.
We aren't called bailing forwards.
But you kind of should be.
I've just come from a 2-day work thing.
Oh,
Norman
yeah.
levels at a Peter. I learned today that Norm MacDonald died. So
Who?
Great.
I'm sorry. Please tell us so we can mourn with you.
Nope.
Okay.
All the thousands of people listening and watching, you know.
Okay, cool. So, moving on. Last session. Oh, okay. Well, Brad or Biscuit, would you guys like to try to recap?
Last time, I farted.
Oh gosh.
Didn't I?
Okay.
Not really.
Did. That was something you definitely did. And as a group, what happened? We went on a little wander.
Yeah, you guys weren't really part of a group for a lot of the game.
Hey, we were at the start. This is a recap. We gotta start at the start.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so we were in a little group and we were heading towards, I've forgotten the name of the fort. The fort, was it? No, we're going to the mayor.
Yes, you're going to the mayor.
So was that in the Minelaton?
Manilaton is the inner city of the whole place. So you guys are currently in the outskirts, and now you are making your way to the inner city.
Right, that's fine. So we were heading towards that general direction, and I believe. See, this is why I don't do recaps.
We went blind, didn't we?
We did. Everyone was losing their sights, and some of us were getting real hungry, and some of us decided to maybe snatch a little meal from some of these strange plants which have been popping up. And miraculously enough, they taste pretty neat.
I'm down spell slot, so I think I removed our blindness.
Yes, so that was nearing the end. So half of us could see, half of us couldn't see. And there was a lot of banter, and you'd know about that banter if you watched the last episode or listened to it, you know? That's fine. We came across this fort, and the people on the fort were not so happy that we were approaching it. and were shooting arrows at us. One of us decided to climb that fort, which was very dumb. The others did not.
That was
The others,
that was Biscuit's character.
Yep.
You got hit by like
That
6
was me.
arrows.
Meanwhile, the rest of the group went around the fort, if I remember correctly, and fell into a hole.
Oh yes, I remember this bit.
Yes. The team fell into a hole. And now my memory, and I'm getting self-conscious. Someone please take it over.
I remember being in the hole, and that's where I was doing remove curse on people that were down there. Because the first person I fondled around and grabbed was our good friend Bread. And
Tasty bread.
removed the curse. And then I remember that we had the halfling. We tied a rope round and we did some form of reverse.
I don't really know what it was, but he helped you up out of the hole.
Welcome back.
What was that?
While you were gone, somebody assumed control of the game and gave us all luck plates.
Ah.
It was Brad.
Aw. Wait, which Brad?
You.
Oh. Damn it.
Okay, so, alright, so, went down a hole, halfling got you out, both the, kitty cat and the rest of the party were joined up again,
Yep.
and then kitty cat shared that everyone was blind, or couldn't see anything.
Everyone in the building was blind, and they were going to head back inside the building since they had made a little tunnel.
And you made a, you broke through the wall basically, and then allowed everyone through, and I believe that's where we ended the session, with a bunch of guards semi-circling around you, pointing spears at you and swords and pitchforks and whatever else they had in hand. Great. So that, seriously, this guy's doing gymnastics in my arms, and he's very heavy. And he's gonna throw himself off in a minute, and I'm scared because he'll hurt himself and cry. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Do a flip.
Amy.
how much do you want?
Wanting money right now.
I'll pay you, man. I'll pay to see a flip. Okay. All right. Anyway, so yes, the Tabaxi Ham, the dwarf Boris, the halfling Beans, and the high elf Bren are now standing on the other side of the wall, so inside the main town of Minelliton, the inner city as they call it, and behind you is the wall that you've crumbled, and the rest of the outskirts and the rest of the rainforest and everything, and in front of you is that semicircle of guards just staring at all of you as you faff around doing your thing. So what would you guys like to do?
Welcome back.
Do I keep disconnecting? What is going on? Okay, how would someone else like to DM so that it's not being cut off all the time? And what was the last thing you guys heard me say?
Level up.
Oh my goodness. No, seriously, what was the last thing? What was the last thing this...
Right.
You
We're
said
inside the building and we're surrounded by guards who are all pointing our sticks at us. And then you were telling the viewers who our characters were because we haven't introduced ourselves, and I don't think we need to by this point. But then you cut out and you vanished.
Okay.
Tell us what's going on.
Okay, so what I said was behind you is the wall of the city that you've just crumbled through, and the outskirts and the rainforest, and in front of you is that semicircle of guards just pointing their weapons at you. And I asked, what are you guys doing? And obviously I'd cut off by that stage, and you guys didn't hear any of that.
Oh,
better, put those sticks down. We're not here to hurt anybody.
you can always give them to me. I likes them. It's me.
Oh man, what have we got ourselves into again?
don't worry. These guys are my friends.
A very
Happened before?
Yeah, I remember that face. And that face. And that one.
Did they look?
And that one.
Can I
And the
make
guy in the back.
So
Did
can you convince them to put down the sticks?
Can you push down the sticks, please?
Do they even look friendly to me?
I mean, they're all pointing their weapons at you. I mean, I'm not sure how friendly that could be construed at this stage, unless you're very dim. So what's gonna happen is that's very ham. Peak ham. I'm just trying to see. Okay, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a very immediately as she walks towards you, it is clear that she is pissed as a kite.
Is that the sound she's making?
She's like,
I live near a pub, I've never heard these noises.
so she's gonna walk up to you. She's wearing slightly better armor than the rest of the guards who are pointing their miscellaneous weapons at you, and she's gonna be like,
I think she's in charge.
and she's going to belch because she's drunk.
Oh.
The stench is overpowering. She's been on some very hardcore stuff, and she's scratching her neck. She's gonna yawn. I'm actually yawning now. Okay, give me a second. Wow. It's dark now. It's time for bed. I should be curled up with a book. And she's gonna say, no, she's she's going to say, "Oh, I like you," and she's pointing at Bren.
Oh,
You look like my cousin.
your cousin?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Like, just, like, go back, and we can shut the wall down and stuff, right? Has anyone you got a drink? Has anyone got a cigarette or cigar
I
or
don't have a
something?
cigarette. I happen to have some of my water skin, if you would like a drink.
It's alcoholic.
I wish. Wait a minute, didn't we still some alcohol?
Just gonna fall asleep on the spot. Wake yourself up. Right. You're under arrest, but if you just go back the way you came, I won't say nothing. Right? So shh, it's so much work. It's so much work to do the paperwork.
I have to sit on the floor for this because I'm the person.
Okay, let's just huddle. Let's huddle.
Okay. They're going to be asleep soon. Why don't we just walk away a little bit, let them fall asleep, then walk back when they are asleep, and just walk past them?
But why are we sneaking around? This is their place, and they have food upstairs. A
How
lot of food.
how loud is Ham Bean?
Ham is ham.
Oh, she's like 20 decibels. No, 20 decibels is very 5,000 decibels.
Look, whispering is hard in that voice. Okay.
Hurry up! I don't got all day.
Wait,
Oh,
what are we trying
my
to get
head.
from this place? Oh, is there any reason why we're going to this place?
They have food.
That's good enough for me.
So, Bren, you know when someone comes up really close to you and it's just a bit too they're in your space, right? So that's what
Yeah,
she's
that-
doing to you, and she's
Yeah, that
staring at
happens
you.
a couple of times to
Oh,
me on
can
the
you
bus, yeah.
stop? It's the baby. Sorry, he's pushing buttons. So she's really too close to you. She has no idea what her boundaries are. She's too intoxicated. She's just staring, and she said, "Oi, didn't you marry what's her face, the butcher's daughter? I'm like,
Mary-
I thought she killed you. Why aren't you dead?" And then she's poking, your neck, or she's trying to anyway. I'll do a roll because she's super drunk.
What do you mean? But just could you please not pull that out? Oh my god! Don't go for the horns. Only touch my tail, please.
That's okay. She's. I don't even think she's going to be able to hit. No, she's like poking the air around you, or you're kind of pushing her hand away, like, stop poking me.
Stop it.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop. Yeah. Oh, I thought she killed you 'cause she was banging the maid at the Oh.
That's
Sorry. Yeah, she killed you.
Did you want to join the huddle or not? Because you're sort of just lurking on the outside.
I'm gonna put you under arrest in 5,
No.
5,
Listen here.
two,
To the other guards.
3,
I'm just gonna look at them in a quiz.
4. Wait a sec. 5, 4, 3, 10, 3, 5.
You people follow this leader. Just
I signed a thing which said I get free food. Can I get my free food?
Oh yeah. No, like you're good. Like, come in. Why aren't you dressed with like? And she's gonna belch. She's going to have a Constitution save, which I will roll on my table. Oh my gosh, this child is just trying to launch himself off. And she's gonna fail, and she's going to pass out, and you're just gonna hear her mumbling something.
Alright, guys, if you follow me, it's this way. Excuse us.
I'm going to just follow.
Ham's gonna start moving their
Wait,
way through the
wait,
crowd.
wait. Hold, wait. Does that mean you're in charge?
Yeah,
Okay, so what do we do? Nobody can see anything.
you take us to the food.
Okay.
Let's go. Is this way?
Okay, so they have this system where they're all kind of like tied to each other by rope because they can't see beyond 5 feet, and they are grabbing the kind of what the person who pulled you aside, who was attached to the drunk sergeant, is now the head of the queue. Excuse me, and he's pushing you forward and telling you where to go. He says straight ahead, up the stairs. And the crowd of people goes behind you. A couple stay behind to seal up the wall. But because they can't see very far, they're actually doing a pretty crap job of it. So then you're taken to the mess, basically, where they all eat their food, which you'd been to earlier. And it's laid out with simple foods. Breads, cheeses, water, and as you're eating, I guess the only person who'd really notice would probably be the dwarf. Everything has a very sour, acidy taste.
No. You got any ketchup?
Huh?
This is a bit of a bad taste.
Who some random soldier, some wandering guardsman. Oh, ketchup, what?
Your food's got a bit of a funny twang to it, and I want to see if I can improve it with some other condiment.
Oh yeah, you get used to that. It's for your own good, don't worry.
What do you mean for oh, are you putting things in it like they used to put in tea bags for prisoners?
Huh? He's gonna sit down and look at you. They did what to prisoners? With tea bags? Who teabagged the prisoners? What?
No, they used to put like hormone replacement in tea bags to, subdue them a bit.
What's that?
What's that? That's crazy. Guys, this dwarf is talking about hormones or something. Come listen to him. He's nuts. There's a whole group of guys who are just fascinated by your weird story, and they're like, "Go on, tell us about the teabagging."
There is no tea bagging. It was just there was a far off land where they used to put certain things in the tea bags to make prisoners less aggressive by altering the chemical balance in their brain with hormones.
What?
wait,
What?
Wait,
Sorry.
so they used whores and they were moaning.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay,
So-
but this is the soldiers are also like, what's talking about horse
As
for?
the insanity's happening,
So
Beans is gonna just walk away because everyone's looking at the dwarf. He's just gonna look if anyone's left the backpacks by the tables. He's gonna rummage through coats and backpacks and whatever else he can
Okay. Do you want to
Anything
do
that's
an investigation with advantage or a
That's
sleight
if
of hand?
I guess I notice what you're doing, and I will continue to distract more.
The whores are a different story. Let's stick
Excellent.
with the moaning.
I want to know all the stories.
Yeah. Was it once upon a time?
You get with advantage, Beans.
Is that better?
You
That's really good investigation.
Follow through, right?
It's not my fault. I didn't roll that for you. I'm not giving you horrible odds. Yeah, okay. So, oh gosh. You're going to find nothing of value, like someone's letters. I don't even know if Beans can read. And the only thing that keeps coming up is this like little what are they called? Posy. Yeah, like these little aromatic pouches. And they smell very, very, very sour. That's the like overtone, like someone's literally keeping curdled milk in their in dry form in their pockets. That's the
Correction.
only thing you can find.
Correction.
Go on.
Beans is carrying curdled milk pouches and pouches now. These are
Yeah.
his.
There's a his. You can roll a d20 to see how many you get. This is what you get in that 20.
15.
15. You have 15 little pouches. And you smell of acid. You smell like you know, like the cheese between someone's toes. You know, acidy, disgusting. Anyway,
Don't be sad, I've never smelt that.
well, if there's any
Never will.
podiatrists, there we go. If there's any feet doctors, maybe they know what that smell is. Podiatrists, is that they're not the foot one.
So why does this food taste weird?
So
Can't say that about someone's food. It's very rude.
Does it taste okay to you? Can I do a medicine check to see if it has got potassium nitrate in it?
yeah, of course. Specifically potassium nitrate. It's gonna it definitely doesn't. It doesn't contain potassium nitrate.
What give it such a soury taste?
The guard who you were talking to, who was asking you about the teabagging and the hormones and the moaning or whatever it is you guys were talking about, he's just gonna say you get used to it. Just like if you don't eat the food the way we give it to you, you could succumb to the sickness.
Oh, so this is like a inoculation sort of thing.
I mean, people still get sick even if they eat like this, but we think it helps. I'm not a doctor, so you should ask the physicians what the science is behind it.
I will put my food down. Probably eaten most of it.
You do get used to it.
And there's no side effect, like growing an extra eyebrow or death.
I mean, I guess if you choked on it, you could die.
Okay. I would like to meet the doctor who is said to put this in, and the environment where it is made.
Are you with the physician's office or?
I'm not with the physician's office, but I am also a travelling healer with fantastic knowledge in the arcane arts.
They're
well
also with me, and I'm the boss.
Why is this cat always the boss? Sorry.
I travel to make sure that my boss is always a physical condition, full fit physical condition.
Can I eat what you didn't eat on your plate? Yeah, I'm gonna eat it. Thank you.
Even though she goes against my best judgment all the time.
Your burps are very cheesy.
I know. Quickly, I'm gonna grab the food back out of Ham's hand,
No.
and then I will cast Purify Food and Drink at first level.
It's like you've got spell slots going for free, man.
There you go. So all food and drink within 5 foot and probably tastes better now.
Yes, it does. You know, you can now taste the soup that you were eating was predominantly made of lovely, tasty potatoes with something very spicy and oniony and yummy and.
Food's safe now. There you go, milady. You can now eat properly.
I will eat even more proper. We'll pick up a fork and have their little pinky digit out.
Okay.
And then drop the fork and proceed to eat it with their face.
See, I told you, I have made sure that her food is perfectly safe to eat, as I am her wandering healer.
Oh, I guess I'll see what I can do. All right. I guess do a persuasion check. Hey, yes.
Oh yes, persuasion.
Cool. That's cool. What's your name again?
I am Boris.
Boris. All right. I'll let them know that you're interested. I'll do my best. He disappears. And meanwhile, Bren is having a lot of attention. Yeah, that's okay, baby. Baba. I think he was saying Baba. He's holding his hands up and going Baba. Meh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So, yes, it is. They're all saying the same thing the drunk sergeant was saying. He really does look like her cousin. My goodness, it's uncanny. The horns are a bit weird, but apart from that, my goodness, blah, 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 the complexion, blah blah blah.
What race is she? Is she like a?
She was a human, but she was talking about her cousin.
Oh, your cousin. So who was your cousin anyway?
She's like passed out on the floor somewhere. She's not here.
Oh.
But everyone else is whispering about you looking like her cousin who got killed by his wife because he was having an affair with some maid in some pub or whatever.
Ah, okay. I guess I just got one of those looks, I guess.
It's the eyes, isn't it? It's totally the eyes. All right, so what's Ham is eating. Beans has been stealing bits and bobs and now has 15 acrid, sour smelling, some sour smelling little aromatic bags.
He's begun eating them.
Yeah, I mean, you open the first one and it clearly is moldy. You can't even tell what it used to be.
Doesn't matter what it used to be, it's food now.
Okay, can he do a constitution save, please? Okay, that's pretty good. I was hoping you'd roll in that one. It's making your stomach gurgle, you know, the way it does just before you have horrible accidents and need to find a toilet. But, you know, the medicinal properties of whatever mold is growing on this thing actually start doing wonders for you, and you're okay. It doesn't taste very nice, but it is edible now for
He's
you.
invented penicillin.
Yes, antibiotics. Now that mold is going to cure one disease. So now you have like 14 little bags of curing one disease, provided it's bacterial and not a viral infection.
That's quite a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. You've got 14 of those now. Seriously, I'll have to draft that up.
We should synthesize it and then abandon the game and go into pharmaceuticals.
You guys abandoned the game ages ago. Just saying.
We can get sick 14 more times.
We can?
Yes.
Not a challenge.
Lick anything you find.
Okay. Just licking every plate, every fork, every bowl, every glass, every person.
The people will, you know, be pushing you away to not get licked. One of them is going to be way too enthusiastic about it, so you get creeped out and you're like, no thanks. Hey.
One lick per person.
I-
That's all.
It's disgusting.
So gross. Okay, I guess you roll a constitution save as well. Okay. I mean, you haven't passed, but I'll tell you what happens, you know, in 3 days after the bacteria incubate and turn into an actual sickness. So that means, you know, next year I'll tell you what you're ill with. Right. So that is a point. You guys are very tired, but Boris has diverted your quest yet again and is waiting for news from the physician to ask him what he's putting in the food and also to find out where this has been done. Okay, so
It'd be easier if our characters just had a quest log, so we wouldn't just do things that aren't on the script.
yeah, you could have one. I mean, this is all just going the same way anyway, isn't it? Is it? So,
Wait,
are you
there's a
all going
script.
to die? No,
Yeah, I didn't get mine either, so.
there's no script.
No, Brack, you get it every Wednesday via email.
There's no script. Brad, there's no script. Don't worry, they're joking. Don't confuse him, the poor guy.
We're on page 3, line 12.
And up next, we're going to be doing a gasping scene where we have to go.
Because you're all
I thought-
drowning.
I thought it was grunting scene where we all grunt in unison, just like in anime.
That's page 12.
All right, okay. So, what are you guys doing now? Because you do need a long rest, and well, Boris does anyway. I don't know about the other guys.
I'm pretty sure Ham will just pass out on the food at some point after just eating and eating and eating.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, I think I just need a long rest. I mean, it's just been.
You're quite friendly with these people. Do you reckon you could arrange for us to have a bed for the evening?
Did I disconnect again?
No.
Oh,
That question was directed to you, Bryn.
yep. That was a question for Bren from Boris.
Brain for what? What does what?
That was aimed at Ham, actually.
I was only
Oh,
yeah,
Ham's
I-
passed out.
Passed out.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I'm just gonna ask.
Yes, a comfortable room. Just see what you can do.
Oh, they're past. Cat's past. Okay. So I'm just gonna be like, hey, do you guys have like some kind of comfortable room? It's been a long day. Night day. I don't know.
No. They just walk off.
What?
Find a corner and sleep. We've not got any space. Sorry, bye.
Well, that's just rude. We have to find a space or something like to sleep. I don't know really.
I mean, Ham's found her space.
We might as well sleep somewhere nearby to make sure that he's okay.
He's gonna squat down next to his sister and gonna cast Tiny Hut.
Does Tiny Hut like push everything else out? Because you're in a mess with like tables and benches.
Only
And
the things he doesn't want inside.
also, Tiny Hut isn't as tiny as you think it is.
So is it literally you're thinking I just want me and my sister inside, my sister and me. I want
The
me
others
inside.
are welcome.
And the the tables and because I'm just like is this ocean of tables and I just
The way I see it, okay, Ham is sleeping on the table, probably on like a turkey carcass or something, right? And then Beans comes along, he crawls up on the table, he squats down right next to her, and then he starts to cast this tiny hut. Meanwhile, the other two are on the outside of the table, and then this hut just sort of forms from the center, bursts out, knocking all the plates and stuff off the table.
I should clarify, it's a 10-foot radius dome of invisible force.
so it pushes everything out. There's plates flying everywhere.
He wants a table inside and half of a chair.
And maybe the turkey carcass.
Yeah, is inside the room.
So there's like a half chair, like one half is leaning against the wall, the invisible wall, and the other half has been cut off by it, so it just kind of flops to the side. The place is in disarray. You guys are taking over most of the hut, so you have the guards squashed against the wall. But hey, it's safe.
Beans' problem.
People are getting really stressed by this, by the way. They're like,
They can't
"Oi,
see it.
help, help!" But they can feel it, right? If they're squashed up against their
Yeah,
face.
Feel it. But Beans is sleeping. It's gonna last for 8 hours.
Right, so because the walls are opaque, so you can see kind of what's going around there. So it almost looks like a Dawn of the Dead type of scenario where there's people banging on the outside of the opaque, invisible wall, just being like, I need to go to the toilet. I'm gonna wet myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm wetting myself. Oh crap! I'm wet. Oh no! And everyone's, "Did you have to? You could have waited." Anyway, it's pandemonium outside of the tiny hut, and it's nice and cozy and comfortable inside, of course.
Oh, jeez.
I would like Toby to roll. Roll a d4, please.
We all self-destruct.
No, it takes a whole 2 hours for one of the guards to eventually find a wizard, a mage or whatever, to try and help out this whatever's going on situation here. And it's going to take them a further 2 hours to figure out exactly what's happening and what they need to do. So you guys have a short rest without issue. But after 4 hours, the hut is going to be dispelled. I think that's the only way. Dispel and going underneath it. Right, we're going to take a 5-minute break. So we can get drinks and stuff. And catch you guys in
Break.
2
Let's
minutes.
go.
5 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
And the minute I go back live, the baby starts to scream. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, us.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so Lima's
Hello
tiny.
there.
Ooh. Sorry. And there's Robin saying hello / whinging. So Lima's tiny hut. In the break, I was able to quickly look up how it actually can be dispelled, and apparently it fails if there's more than 9 people in the area, which there was. But what I'm gonna say is after the 4 hours, the spell just can't hold up against all those faces smushed up.
Hold on.
Okay.
That is incorrect. It can hold up to 9 people.
People. Yeah.
By the way, if it's been 4 hours, that means I can literally just take a long rest because I have trance.
Ooh, no, you have to have 8 hours as a long rest, even if you're
No,
like.
It's 4 hours. He's an elf.
Oh yes. Oh, you elf.
Oh, you elf.
The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is
So,
not what you said.
so if you try casting it with more than 9 creatures in it.
Oh, okay, so it won't fail because there's actually
Yeah,
more than 9 people in the
otherwise-
area. So you can literally spread people out.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow. You can do a lot of harm with that spell.
Not really, because the casting time is a minute.
Yeah, but if no one's expecting it, like, you
Well,
know,
if someone starts standing-
Ignore me for a minute. Ignore me.
okay.
I mean, yes, technically, if I start doing it in the middle of a crowd during a concert, I could send people flying.
I want to see that, the mechanics of that. Okay, anyway, so it's there. The magician, the mage, the person who uses magic that they summon is like knocking on it. You can hear the like.
No. 24 minutes.
I've never been killing us.
I do not have. I was just looking to see if I had silence prepared.
People are back. Like you have had to put up with 4 hours of like, please, I need to take a poo. I can't go when there's people watching. You know.
Where is he go? Go. There's other toilets.
He's like squished between the corner of the wall and the hut.
I'm gonna put my bedroll round my head and hold it down on my ears and stuff some of my beard in my ears as well.
Ham will eventually, I guess, stir and roll off of the remains of the turkey carcass.
If it's just been 4 hours for me, can I just try to help those guards out of that?
I mean, I don't know how you're going to because you can't pull them through the hut.
Just give him like here's a ball and give him that and
What?
they need to go to the toilet. I don't understand why they don't just go on the floor like normal people.
I don't go in the floor. We normally use like a you know one of those things where you actually crap. If you're in a castle, you kind of crap and it goes down this big long chute.
Oh, the no hole. I know the no hole. We don't go down those anymore.
They do have,
Last time was really bad.
and then you wipe your bum with like a rag on a stick.
And you share the rag on a stick.
Yeah, and you share the rag on the stick. Sometimes some.
Excuse
some
me,
toilets
please.
you
If
can
anyone's
see
in there, there's somebody hungry people out here. Could you just
No.
bring the thingy guy? It's
Can I-
really
can I-
free.
Can I
But
try?
you
Brenny's gonna try to help
What are you for?
the poor soldiers. The poor.
And Ham is gonna go back to sleeping then.
Bren will try to help them. Can he roll for something?
I don't know what he's gonna roll. I mean, tell me what you want to do. You want to just take a
just
bowl to
wanna-
them?
I just want to unsqueeze them out of the thing so they are able to get out and probably take a.
So how are you going to do that? Do you have like? I was gonna say Vaseline, but that's
Vaseline, what the? No, I'm not gonna put drink. No.
no. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Right, just be quiet.
Yeah, Brad. PG-13, please. No, to like help them squeeze past things that are tight. Wait, that sounds worse.
Maybe there's some oil and some grease, and I can just maybe oil them up, and then they can go.
What do you have any?
Well, there's probably something like, because we're in like a kitchen or a dining area.
You're in a
whatever
mess.
it is.
Everything's being pushed out. The only thing that's inside is you guys, the table, a chicken carcass, and half a chair.
Turkey.
I'm sorry, a turkey carcass and half a chair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like I was thinking maybe I can just
Look, I just want to sleep.
oil them up.
We don't care what their problem is. We just need our sleep.
I thought you were sleeping anyway, and I was the
No.
only one awake.
Oh, good point.
We could just, you know, kill them.
I thought like Cam was asleep, because the thing is,
Look,
I can only sleep for like 4 hours.
It's really hard to sleep when people are talking all around, you know. I can put up with the 8 people outside the tent, but the 2 people inside the tent, you know, I care more about the voices, so I listen closer.
Let's say mainly seeing Bren talking to himself, which is not.
Okay,
Do you want me to kill them?
just say the word.
Well, I'm trying to get Bren to. I'm going to find like some kind of like was it some kind of things like oil, grease, or something to just put over their bodies so they can just slip out.
Here, look, I got some. And Ham starts hacking. And she spews out like a vial of oil. You don't know how long it's been there, and you don't understand why it's been in her mouth for that long.
What? Oh, she's awesome. She's been carrying a bottle of oil in her belly this entire time.
And she'll hold it up. And here you go. And it's covered in, you know, slime and drool
Bile.
and bile. That's the same
That's
thing.
the slimy stuff. Drool is different. Drool is saliva. Oh gosh, never mind. We know what you're trying to say. I'm just being my sister said that I was too literal to be good at jokes. She tried telling me a joke about how someone was too drunk to be like a mosquito. If they tried biting them, the mosquito would get drunk because it was in their blood, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, that's not how alcohol in the bloodstream works. Like, you know, you pass so little of it on to anyway. It was just not funny for it. Everyone was like, Marianne, shut up. Let me just tell the joke and be quiet. Anyway, a bit like just now actually. That was the same response I got.
You know, there's a great quote from Norm Macdonald for this.
Who are you talking about?
Comedy is about surprises. So if you tell a joke and no one's laughing, that's funny.
No. Anyway, so the oil in the flask, Bren is going to use to try and slip people out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to roll to help you with that?
What would it be like? Sleight of hand, or wouldn't be athletics?
A medicine check.
Medicine check. Okay.
Or it's
Could make an additional new skill and just call it Sliptitude.
slipperytude.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do medicine.
No, let's do slipperytude, and it's based on Dex.
Okay, what's that?
Just roll with Dex as your modifier.
Okay.
Slipperytude. Sorry, 14. I think with a lot of work, you're going to manage to push a couple of people out. And the first thing they're going to do is go to the toilet.
That's good. Let's got them out whilst everybody's asleep.
Yep, they're going to be very grateful. The you know, war mage is going to be saying, "Can you tell your friends to get this bloody thing down? It's disrupting everything." Seriously, how is anyone supposed? Look, we have to serve breakfast in 2 hours. Our tables are broken. Our tables are broken. I can't move this thing. I would, and I'd have you all of you arrested if I didn't hear that some sergeant stuck in there as well. Kidnapping a sergeant's illegal, you know. Get this thing down. Talk to your friends and get it down now.
I know, but they're like really, really, really asleep, right? I mean, they're like knocked out or something. Just like, you know.
I don't care what your excuse is. Get it down. And he's just gonna keep going on, like he won't stop. He's starting to bring in. You know what? My mum, she didn't go through a war to put up with this. Okay.
What's the radius of this room?
We're saying that it's exactly the same type of radius as the hut right now.
It's a 10-foot radius room.
Yeah. No, it's not. But you've got people like tables and people squashed up against the sides. It's probably let's see.
11 feet.
No, it's probably let's see.
10.5 feet.
10. It's very narrow.
And it's also got sloping walls that curves round with the dome.
It doesn't curve around with a dome.
It's
The people
really
at the
more of a
top are
mess
okay.
cupboard.
Really, we're in a fun house. And this is like
No.
like,
It
going
so
round and we're
what I
like-
imagine that's happened is you have.
We're in fun.
You guys were like in like a corner of the room. Well, not really a corner, but like in the middle, somewhere in the room, near a wall. A bunch of stuff got chucked to the sides and back, and people are like squished there. So Brent's helped some people out, but you guys are still really disruptive because all the tables are out of place, all the benches are out of place, there's loads of plates missing. You guys have a table inside the hut.
After we've done our rest.
The mage, the war mage is on at you, Bren.
Okay, so since like you can't really get much done, do you need assistance to actually get stuff done? I mean, maybe I can help you in a way whilst they sleep, because I don't know how to actually get this thing down. And, I mean, if I disturb like was it beans, I guess, right? That would be kind of bad, and we wouldn't be able to fight anything. So, do you want me to help you around the?
Tell them to take it down.
Okay, I'll try to. I'll go in the dome, and I'll just be like, hey Bean, I don't really want to disturb your sleep, but can you just take down the dome, because they're going to prepare breakfast, and you know you can't do that with people squashed and stuff.
Beans wakes up and he looks around and says, "Sure, I'm always excited about breakfast being prepared 4 hours after dinner."
It's like 6 hours now.
Well,
Early morning shift is coming on.
it'll take me about 2 hours to take this hut down.
What? Oh, Oh, this is hectic. I'll just pop out and just do like. It's gonna take him literally 2 hours to take it down. I don't know how magic works. I just like swinging swords and smashing stuff. Really, I don't get all of this magic mumbo jumbo.
Aren't you like a sword person that makes a projection of yourself and then teleports between them?
Then again, now you've got a good point there. But you know,
But you could be like, it's fine if you're lying. You can just write, you know, roll deception.
You do make a. You do make a good point. But I think
The magician doesn't know that. It was me making that point. The DM, sorry. I'm just as yeah. You just need to roll deception. You don't know anything about magic.
I don't know anything. Well, I think Bren wouldn't know anything about like magic even further because he's more likely, he would like to know the basics, just a very bare
Just
ABC
the very
1, 2, 3
basics of teleportation magic.
of teleportation magic. He doesn't know anything about the whole maffy waffy thingy wingy about magic.
Well, he doesn't know how this spell works, at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You can persuade the guy then. You can try and be like, sorry, I can't. Like I said, I'm doing my best. He can't. 2 hours.
Foa.
So I mean, he can't do anything about it. All he can do is just continue to bitch in your ear about, you know, the war and his grandmother and mother and how, you know, his children, he doesn't have any, but like when and if he gets them, this is not what patriotism is, blah blah blah. He just keeps going on. He's gonna start blaming you for his gout on his foot.
Oh damn.
I need to sit down. I can't sit down in a messy room. It gives me anxiety and makes my foot flare up. Excuse me.
Jesus Christ, you complain so much and you call yourself a soldier. Jeez.
A war mage specifically.
A war mage. You're a mage of war and you complain so much. Do the other soldiers make fun of you like in the front lines or something?
Okay, is he getting really wound up or is he just all talk? I think this guy's just all talk. This is gonna like set him off again. And eventually, after bitching at you for 2 hours, the hut comes down on its own. And
So the
you
2
guys
hours
had a long rest.
The 2 hours concluded. I'll mark off a long rest. Yes, beans. Actually, no. Sorry, the hut just on its own ceases to exist.
I'm going to sit up, start preparing some spells, go into a trance thinking about sandwiches.
Beans looks around and he sees all the tables scattered around, the various puddles on the floor,
Behind.
the broken cutlery, everything. I see now why it's called a mess hall.
All the soldiers burst
Yes.
out laughing. Some of them are crying. The major's still bitching at Bren.
I wonder if Bren's a bit peed off.
Is he going to punch him?
I guess. Well, depending on how much health he has, I mean,
He's got exactly 15. No, I'm not going to say anything.
I wouldn't be able to give him an atomic wedgie because my sleight of hand isn't that good.
Okay. Well, he can do whatever he likes, but you are still being bitched out. Oh, finally they bring the hut down. Like, why couldn't you just ask them to do that earlier? We've been talking to you for ages.
I'm just gonna roll off of the turkey carcass once again, pull in a leg with her, and just gonna slowly drag her feet over to the one who's just talking to Bren, just mouthing at Bren, and goes over, looks up, looks to Bread, looks back. You keep your voice down. Maybe.
Okay. So he hasn't even noticed you because he's still bitching at Bren. And then he's talking about HR and disciplinaries and
And if they continue, Ham's gonna basically jump up and thrust this chicken leg into his mouth.
That's it. That's it. I'm telling HR about this. This is wrong. This is abuse in the workplace. I don't like it. I'm going right now. Give me your name.
It's, Barry.
Barry, your days here are numbered. And he's going to saunter off, mumbling to himself about giving you guys capability meetings and blah, 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 and all that shit. And then he's saying something about him hoping you guys aren't in a union and...
Barry's days are numbered. I'm not Barry, though.
I'd just be like, okay, bye, Karen, and then just swear in Draconic.
What do you say?
In Draconic, it's just like, in Draconic, it's like, oh, I'm going to eat the flesh of fucking... And then I'll just snap back and just shake my head. I'll be like, what was I saying? I don't know.
Okay, so after all that, the soldiers, so the ones who weren't trapped behind the tiny hut, think this is all hilarious.
Immediately walk over to them and cast Tiny Hut so that they're locked against the wall for 8 hours.
Are you actually doing that for real?
No.
It has an instant casting, yes.
Yes. If I didn't have to stay inside of the hut and if it had...
Yeah, because you can see that being abused.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't.
Right, so tables are being
Beans
set up.
gonna-
Oh, sorry.
Beans is gonna take 6 more of the legs from the turkey because in this world turkeys have 7 legs. And he's gonna stuff them in his pocket.
I mean, there is only one leg, but there's 2 wings, you know, so...
He's gonna take 9 of the wings, leaving 11 behind.
It's a weird
Might be
turkey.
freak turkey or might be very normal for turkey in this world. Who knows? It's a fantasy.
It might just be, you know, one of those creatures you kill all the time. An infected
it's not-
turkey.
It's not organic, we know that.
They're not organic. Poisoned with arsenic or something.
You know, much like the modern banana, humans bred turkeys to only have 2 wings. It's a seedless turkey.
Okay. Right. It turns out you've been eating tofurkey this entire time. It's not even meat. Okay, anyway.
That poor man having a tofu turkey leg shoved in his mouth.
That's why he's going to HR.
Yeah, I would.
He's complaining because, you know, it's against his diet. And you guys have just, you know... Anyway, how long does it take you to prepare spells, Jay?
I've done it.
And what are you guys doing next? Because breakfast is being set out.
Oh, breakfast!
I think Bren is just absolutely done with the place. He's absolutely peed off at, you know, listening to that person yelling at him.
Fair.
Come on, let's go have breakfast.
Okay, what's for breakfast?
I mean, they're putting out all sorts of very carby things. Bread, pancakes, croissants, pastries.
I'm going to start taking bread and making us a pastry sandwich. And then I'll also be putting some stuff in my bag for later.
The same, like, acidity, acrid taste is there.
Okay.
That, like, slight sourness that's just permeating through everything. You, like, even start smelling it on yourself.
Have they got one of those things where you twist it and see cereal comes out?
No, unfortunately not. They don't really. That's the one thing they don't have is they don't have any porridge or like Weetabix
Or Cocoa Pops?
or Cocoa Pots. Have you tried the new Nesquik ones? They're basically sweets.
I can't eat them, but I did notice they had some Oreo ones in Iceland.
My goodness, they fill it with icing.
Oh my god.
These little chocolate things that they fill with icing, and it's like a kid's cereal. No wonder everyone's getting fat.
I think Brent said
Tales of high adventure.
Nesquik.
Brent's gonna get the most meatiest thing there. Just tear into it with his really razor sharp teeth.
Yeah, they're not really serving meat at breakfast. There's lots of eggs and cheese though.
Oh, cool. They'll have bacon.
And Beans is getting the continental breakfast.
Has anybody had churros for breakfast? That's really yummy.
Is this in game or out of game?
Out of game.
Oh right. Maybe Cheerios is a thing in your character's country.
Says
Oh.
Beans. And Toby.
Me having a coughing fit is in game. I need some water. I'm sorry. Be right back.
Now, while Matt's gone,
Yeah.
Right, everyone is level 9 now.
9.
Talking of Cheerios, isn't Cheerios something you're meant to feed to ducks?
hold on. Are we talking about Cheerios or churros?
We're talking about Cheerios, but now we're talking about Cheerios.
I've seen like a duck like feed on something, and it sounds like it's really super fast. Like that.
No, wait.
I'm sorry.
I've seen a duck.
There's no duck there. Stop it. Stop adding random food that isn't there.
We're not talking about food, we're just talking about the animal.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
There'll be like a random duck appearing out of nowhere.
Quack.
This is very important information for our D&D session, but everyone should go and watch that video of the duck drinking a Starbucks. It's not a Starbucks, it's strawberry water. It's very good.
What bit? I
Well,
didn't
see-
see
Quack.
Well,
Yeah,
I
bit.
will show you later after the stream.
Oh, I just want to tell everyone, I found a website, it's really nice, it has a lot of videos on it, it's called YouTube, and a lot of interesting facts on it. Another hot gamer tip, check out Google.
Oh, you found it.
Excuse me. Okay. Right, so I've totally forgotten what I was doing because obviously choking has sort of
Well,
taken the
we were
wind out of
setting up
myself.
breakfast And we were all like,
We were
we're
eating
putting food on our
Continental.
bags
Yeah.
and eating bacon and
Hmm.
getting the continental breakfast.
The coffee, black coffee. Right, okay, so while you're eating, the war mage is going to show up again. And this time he's being followed by a very frumpy looking halfling lady. And she's as tall as she is wide, and she's all frills and little round glasses, and she has a little bit of chin fluff, bless her heart. She's not the youngest lady ever, but she has, you know, a very kind face but very dead eyes. So she's going to waddle up to you all, and and War Mage is going to be like, "This is Barry and their people were breaking so many rules, and they were harassing me, and they shoved this in my mouth. I'm pretty sure that's abuse of some kind."
If we pushed her over, would she roll?
Sorry?
She's as fat as she is tall, so if we knocked her over, she'd roll like the fat kid off.
In all honesty, it's just not very clear whether it's just her or it's the clothes she's wearing. They're very like lacy, frumpy, doily-like clothing. And she's got a clipboard, and she's just taking notes down. I'm just gonna say, "All right, please, Michael, calm down. It's not good for your heart. We want to keep you here." Remember, she's got such lovely, soft voice and a lovely smile. But again, her eyes, they're so dead. There's just nothing. There's no emotion, nothing. Let me handle this. Barry, is it? And she's turning to Kitty Cat, to Ham. Now, can I just this isn't an accusation. I
Oh,
just
hello.
I just like to have a conversation with you all, if that's okay. Can I join you? Thank you so much. Oh, you're all so
Oh, you want to have a group huddle?
lovely. Oh yes, please. I'd love a group huddle.
Guys, group huddle.
My name is Minerva.
I'm
and-
Minerva.
Hi, hello. I don't believe I've met you. How long have you been employed here for?
I signed the thing 2 days ago, and now I'm the boss.
Ah, interesting. Ah, so Michael here. Michael, say hello to our new colleagues. And Michael's just like, yeah, he doesn't want to be here anymore.
Hi, Michael.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a team building exercise. I mean, nothing serious. He is saying that you have done some really quite awful things, but you know, I'd like to give you the benefit of the doubt. Michael, I see that this entire mess hall is now very much in order. Breakfast is being laid out, and so whatever was going on, it wasn't very disruptive, now was it?
Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Beans leaves.
Ah, and who was that?
That was my brother.
My, you don't look anything alike. Is he adopted?
We do look very much alike, actually. We got the same smile.
Well, I'll have to see his smile when he comes back in now. I believe your main problem was with this elf here, Michael. And what's your name? She's looking at you, Bren, with her dead eyes.
Oh god, should I give him a fake name?
Barry did.
I-
So you guys are now.
I think Brent would it'll be like, well, my first name is Ligma.
Ligma. Well, that's lovely. Is that northern?
I don't know, but
Oh,
might be. Do you want to hear the second one?
go for it.
My balls.
No. Oh, what love is that a family name? So she's going to say, everyone, just stay in your seats. I'll join you. Don't get up. Don't worry. I'm just going to write down a few things. And she's
What
going to
you
make
write?
some notes. Oh, you know, just a
Lovely.
few notes. A few notes.
Can
Now-
can Ham like come and peep over her shoulder, have a look?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Don't need to roll anything. That's fine.
I mean, you can roll intelligence because she's not going to. I don't know. Yeah, roll intelligence whilst you're trying to read her writing.
Here's the thing. Okay? Here's the thing. It's not the matter in which Ham would be able to understand what she's writing, but it's the matter of fact that Ham is currently probably on their shoulders, looking at them right.
Are you sure you and that halfling gentleman are actually related? You can't.
Yeah.
The thing is, the writing is something you just don't understand. They look literally like squiggles.
It's fine. I mean, she doesn't know that I don't understand.
Okay, no, that's fine. And she's going to say, now, I would like to ask you to get down because actually jumping on people's shoulders without their consent is technically workplace bullying. So if you could please get off, otherwise I will have to write you a warning. But that's okay.
Bullying you?
I'm sorry, but those are the rules. And she's giving you like a
What
sympathetic
rules?
smile, but you know, nothing's been communicated through these like the soulless eyes that she has.
I need to see the rules.
Ew,
As the
fantastic.
boss.
Yes. The boss of what, dear?
The boss of these people.
All right, so you'd like to see our policies and procedures. Oh gosh.
Policies and the pleaders, yes.
Boris, at this stage, you're going to have your guard saying, "Oh, I found the physician's office for you, and I managed to get you an appointment.
Perfect.
10 o'clock today. You've got 2 hours."
I'm pretty sure this could last 2 hours.
The minute he sees, he clocks the Minerva person, his face goes pale, and he's going to stutter something, and he's going to hand you a piece of paper with the directions to the physician's office, and he's going to hightail it out of there, grabbing a croissant on the way. And then you're going to hear him whispering, "Don't go in there, Minerva's doing the rounds. Shh. And this is when you look up and notice that nobody else is at your table and everybody else is at least 3 tables away from you guys.
Have they left any food?
Oh yeah, there's loads of food there.
I'll be putting my arm out and gently taking it and eating it, and then look at my directions, thinking, they really don't like this Minerva, do they? I wonder what's wrong with her. Then I want to have a look at her eyes.
It's just she's smiling at Beans, at Ham.
Kind of just sort of, I'll get up, eating a bit of food, and I just want a closer look at how her eyes look dead. What sort of makes them look like?
Oh, you
that.
can do an insight roll.
I was more wanting to find out the colour.
They're blue. You know, nothing exciting about the colour of the eyes, but you can tell a psychopath when you see one.
Oh, one of those. Well, I'm going to use. No, voice, tremors. Oh yeah, and I will change my eyes using thaumaturgy to look like hers.
Psychopathic.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's going to trust you. Just so you know, you have like a -1 on persuasion checks.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so it is going to be disconcerting disconcerting. Sorry, if Bren is looking at you, she's gonna be like, "What just happened to you? This is just creepy and weird." Anyway, you can see Minerva writing down Barry, first warning, blah blah blah, like writing up an incident report type of thing. Hands it to you and just pushes you off her shoulder. She stands up and she says, "Well, I think I've got all the information I need. It's been so lovely meeting you all. I'm sorry we didn't get to do the team building exercise. Michael, if you could come with me. I do have something I need you to do." And he's looking all very nervous and kind of like, fucking, ooh, excuse my language, sorry. Oh, what she want? Oh,
Excuse me, but what do I do with this?
just keep hold of it, dear. Don't worry. I have a copy. I know what you look like now.
How long?
Just forever. Keep it forever.
Forever?
Yes, keep it forever.
That's a long time.
I know, isn't it a long time? Well, it's been lovely meeting you. Please refrain from casting magic within the walls of this keep. It's very important that you follow the rules, okay? And every time...
Very nice to meet you.
Excuse me.
What's your name?
Minerva. Yes. All right. Goodbye.
Minerva.
Goodbye. 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 Take care, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
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 Bye. Ham? Just gonna make a quick note of that. Right. Is Ticklish back?
I've been here this entire time.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said be right back. I got.
What did they take?
What did Beans take?
Beans didn't take anything.
What was Beans doing?
Beans just left. She said team building exercise.
Oh, right. So he just disappeared. Well, they didn't get to do one anyway because we're running out of time. But now that where are you? Are you just like hiding behind the exit or something?
She's just gonna explore the place. Beans don't know what's going on.
Okay, so it's okay. Let's do an intelligence roll and see if you remember the layout.
Well, you just want me to fail.
Well, sorry. Okay, so it's a maze. You have no idea what's going on. You've got no sense of direction here. It's just too unfamiliar. It smells odd. It's making you feel a bit ill.
Is there
How
anything
big this place
shiny?
is.
Any nice
There's loads of
things?
shields like along the wall. And if you try to grab one, you'd see that they're literally like stuck on with super glue or whatever the D&D equivalent of that is.
What's on the shields?
Different houses. So
He's
different
surprised at the tiny house. He's gonna check for pixies and that.
pixies. Like a shield that has a pixie emblem.
Semi-detached house and a bungalow and a block of flats.
Someone got it.
I'm sorry, I didn't. You can explain it to me afterwards when no one will laugh.
Now,
And
do you know the word house and how in this context it might mean two things?
No. This is another episode of the DM doesn't understand anything. Sorry. Oh crap! Do you know how dumb I am? I didn't even realise I had water in my cup and poured it all over myself. This is your DM, people, right now. This is the capacity she has. Flippin' heck. I'm just trying to take a little drink.
If there's any gems, any sparkling gold, even if it's fake, anything that's shiny, that is something he's gonna try and get off the shields.
I mean, the thing is, clearly there were gems and there were sparkly shiny things, but obviously their guards are just as thievy as you are. So either they've all been taken already or they've all been hidden somewhere else.
Deeply upset at the lack of moral within the ranks of the guards. This is going to continue venturing forth until he stumbles perhaps over a threat for the plot.
Yeah, until he stumbles along, he gets railroaded again.
He enters the nearest train.
The train station. Hops on the train to the other end of the town, which is where you guys were supposed to be like 3 sessions ago, but never mind. Okay, so you're gonna come to a corridor. This is going to be vaguely important, and the corridor has 4 different directions: back the way you came, up ahead, left, and right. Up ahead, it feels kind of breezy. Left, there's that acrid smell is really strong to the left. The same smell, of the food, everything that kind of permeates through everything, even your own skin now. And to the right, excuse me, and to the right, I'd like you to roll a perception to see if you can tell what you can sniff. And I believe you get to roll with advantage because if it's... Hold on. I'm going to message you. Can everyone see my stream? Excuse me. Wow, that way I asked that question couldn't be less clear. All right, so I may as well have been speaking a different language and literally translated it to English, so it made no sense. So as you're kind of trying to breathe in what's going on from the right, it's going to have a very tinny, irony, bloody scent. With a hint of offal.
I think food is gonna move that way.
It doesn't smell like food. Yeah, okay, true. So you're gonna turn right. I'm gonna try and remember this. Turns right, and as you're kind of creeping on the corridor, it gets. Remember, everyone can't really see very well, so provided you stay away from people, they just won't be able to notice that. Yeah, every now and then someone hears you, so you can roll stealth with advantage as well, if you're creeping. Is your sleight of hand the same as your stealth?
No, I'm just stupid.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Two of us. I can't drink a glass of water.
For some reason. Anyways, that's
Yeah,
20.
20. And you're able to get past really quite well hidden. Nobody notices that you're there. You're like the protagonist in a stealth game where the minute you stop moving, everyone forgets that you exist.
Beans keeps checking the minimap to look at the
The explored area.
what area.
Yeah.
Notes of the guards.
Yeah, these guards look different to the ones that you were dealing with. They, number one, look a lot more competent and well dressed. They have good uniforms. They're carrying very dangerous looking weapons. They have +3 written on the blades, for example, and they look like they wouldn't. They just look dangerous. They look like bad news. And the closer you get, the stronger that smell becomes, until you get to the end of this quite wide corridor that keeps becoming wider and wider and wider, and you enter a room like a processing plant, but what they're processing is carcasses of, you know, sentient creatures. Which I suppose for beans won't make a difference.
Do they look like guards you might have seen so far?
Yes.
In
People you recognise.
replaced? Yeah.
Yes.
So he's gonna take out his Samsung Galaxy.
Take a
S20.
picture. Sorry. Serious. I can't take this seriously. Yeah. He's going to start taking evidence shots.
Yep. He's gonna press F12, take a couple of screenshots.
As you're doing that with your Samsung, I love Samsung phones, by the way.
So does
Minerva is going to teleport in, and you know, you sort of recognise her vaguely from before, you know, her having a conversation about teamwork and all the rest of it. And she's going to hand 3 drawings to one of the main butchery types who's chopping up a corpse at the time of the sergeant, the drunken sergeant that you saw earlier. And she's going to say, I have 3 more for you that will be potentially put up for the chop. I will give them a fair process, of course. You know, I can't just... We can't just murder people. That would be illegal. So keep an eye out for them coming in. I think that Tabaxi would be very interesting if we skinned them. We could probably make something out of their hide. All right, now I need to get back to work. Take care, everyone. It's been so lovely to speak to you all. Bye. I'm just gonna port out.
Beans does 2 things. Number 1, he's gonna cast invisibility on himself. Number 2, he's gonna wipe sweat from his brow. Because they're quite lucky, because she handed over 3 pictures. Clearly that cannot be his group, as there are 5 people. Despite this, that he is invisibly sneak over to the bar and check if he can get a glimpse of the pictures, and if so, if we can nick them.
So he sees the beans. Sorry, he sees Ham, Boris, and Bren. Quite good sketches of them, and you know, still roughly drawn, very quickly drawn, but good likenesses. And yeah, that's where we're gonna end the session. Thanks, everyone.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
wait! No, he's gonna try and Nick. No, well, Nick. Yeah, we'll do that because I will forget this detail next time. Do your roll. Do your sleight of hand. So you can grab them. Beans. Tasty beans.
Oh yeah.
Ew. Right. D20. D20 is +2, but yeah, they're gonna go out of your hand and they're gonna float away. And he's gonna be like, fucking bloody, chasing away this, you know. Where's the street? Someone shut the window! I can't work with the window open. I'm losing a piece of paper. Never's gonna kill me. He's running after the paper, and that's where we're gonna end the session actually properly. Fin.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining us to that, whatever that was. I'm just.
Sometimes you enter a mess hall, sometimes you are the mess hall.
Sometimes you haul in the mess.
Yes. Oh, all these puns. I can't keep up with them.
Today, I would like to end on a different quote than usual.
Mhm.
Again, due to Norm Macdonald's passing. A very
Okay.
apt quote from him. As I've already misquoted him earlier. You would have appreciated it. Anyways, he said, death is a funny thing. Not funny haha, like a Woody Allen movie, but funny strange, like a Woody Allen marriage.
That's horrible. Wow. That's very good. All right, everyone, take care. Catch you another time.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Have a good 2 weeks. We'll see you then.
See you then. Bye.
Goodbye, one person.
Yeah.
Who's mass?
Oh no, this is it's not me. I'm the one streaming. I can't view it.
By
I'm
the way, it don't matter.
okay, well
go
it's so
away.
one other
Goodbye,
random
everyone.
person. Bye. Ciao.